All right, we have reached the top of the hour. We'll go ahead and get started. My apologies for last week. I really thought we would have a session last week, and with the weather, all of the on-site classes at the Y were closed, and I was anticipating doing a virtual session. I didn't really see a reason that would need to be canceled, but it was. So we start back up this week. Now, I will be out of the office next week. However, this is the only class that I will be doing during the week of spring break. So we will have a session. I will be live from Tybee Island, adjacent to Savannah, Georgia, for the duration of spring break, but we will have a session next Monday. So today, the wisdom of the gap, talking about discernment today. We explore the gap, that sacred split second between when something happens to us and how we choose to move forward. So arrange yourself in a posture that is at once relaxed and comfortable, and at the same time, alert and aware. If it feels safe for you today, go ahead and close down your eyes. And know that it is always an option to simply soften the gaze a bit and direct it a bit downward. As your eyes close, begin to tune into the own unique rhythm of your breathing. It is truly a gift to be sitting here with you today. I'm so glad you decided to carve out this time for yourself. Sometimes the hardest part of any practice is the sitting still, or rather, is not the sitting still. It is the deciding to show up in the first place. So let's start by acknowledging that you're here, you are present, and that, my friend, is more than enough. So let's get comfortable. Let's make sure the chairs are actually working for us. Go ahead and let your feet find the floor. Feel the soles of your shoes or your socks or even your bare feet, making contact with the ground. There's something very honest about the floor, that solid connection between us and the earth. It doesn't ask anything of us, it just holds us up. Check in with your back. You can let the chair support you, but if you can sit with a bit of a tall spine, not stiff like a board, but reaching up toward the sky like a sunflower. Just let your hands flop wherever they may want to go, on your lap or maybe resting one inside the other, and let's take a deep breath in together and then let it out with a sigh. Let's take another one even deeper and let that one go too. You've arrived. There's no more getting here to do. You are right where you are supposed to be. Before we dive a little deeper into our topic of discernment, let's drop a little deeper into our breath. Letting the breath return to its natural cycle, and then following that full cycle of the in-breath, then the almost imperceptible break before the exhale, and then following the exhale until it dissolves into another brief break before that cycle begins anew. Discernment. That's a big fancy word, but it really just means knowing the difference. For our practice today, specifically knowing the difference between a reaction and a response. Most of our lives, we're like a pinball in a machine. Something hits us, a grumpy email, a traffic jam, a snide comment, and we ping right off it. We react. It's fast, it's a reflex, and often it's something we wish we could take back 10 minutes later. But there is a space, a tiny, quiet, golden gap between what happens, the stimulus, and what we do next, the response. The great psychologist Viktor Frankl used to say that in that space lies our freedom and our growth. Today, we aren't trying to stop things from happening to us. We're just trying to make that tiny gap feel a little bit wider, like a narrow hallway turning into a big, comfortable porch. And I want to use that porch as an image you bring to mind. So imagine you are sitting on the front porch of a sturdy old farmhouse. It's a beautiful afternoon. The air is clear. You can smell the grass and the trees. You're sitting in a very comfortable rocking chair right in the middle of this porch. This porch represents your awareness. It's your gap. Now, imagine there's a long dirt path leading up to your house. And out at the very end of that path is a gate. Beyond that gate is the rest of the world. The noise, the to-do list, the opinions of others, and the news. Every time something happens in your day, it's like a delivery truck driving up that path. In our normal day-to-day lives, those trucks just crash right through the front door of the house before we even know they are there. But here on the porch, you see them coming. You see the dust kicking up on the road. Picture a truck pulling up. Maybe it's labeled impatience, or that comment your sister made. Instead of jumping up and running to the truck, you stay in your rocker. You watch it pull up to the porch steps. You look at it with a bit of curiosity. You don't have to open the package right away. You are just noticing, oh, look at that. Impatience has arrived. By staying on the porch, you aren't being pushed around, you are discerning. You are looking at the stimulus and saying, I see you, but you aren't in the house yet. Feel the wood of the porch underneath your feet in this image. Feel the breeze. This is your space of choice. Let's bring our attention back to the breath, but let's use it to widen that porch. As you inhale, feel your chest or belly expand. Imagine that expansion is you creating room. You are making space for your soul to breathe. As you exhale, think of it as stepping back into the rocking chair. Inhale, creating the space. Exhale, settling into the gap. And if a thought pops up, maybe a worry about dinner or a memory from this morning, treat it like another one of those delivery trucks. Don't try to hide it or fight it. Just say, I see you're here. And then go back to watching your breath. The breath is the ultimate tool for discernment because it's always happening now. Reactions live in the past or even the future, but the response lives right here in this inhale and this exhale. Let's try one more quick image to help us understand how we choose our responses. Imagine you are standing in the middle of a shallow, clear mountain stream. The water is cool and refreshing around your ankles. The stones beneath your feet are smooth and solid. The water flowing toward you represents the flow of life, all the little stimuli that come to us. Sometimes the water is calm, and sometimes a big branch or a bunch of leaves comes floating down toward you. A reaction would be like trying to grab every single leaf and branch that floats by. That would be exhausting. Tossing things around, getting splashed, losing your footing. But discernment is standing right there, firmly rooted on your stones and letting the water flow past. You watch the branch go by. You don't have to grab it. You don't have to react to the debris. Notice how it feels to let things just pass you by. You are the mountain stream. The events are just the water. You are the constant. The reactions are just the current. So take a moment to again feel the weight of your body in the chair, just like those stones in the stream. You are grounded and unshakable. The world can flow around you, but it doesn't have to carry you away. In a few moments, we'll move toward the end of our time together, but I want you to think about how this feels in your actual body. Next time someone says something that gets your feathers ruffled, or next time you drop a glass in the kitchen, I want you to find this porch. Take one breath before you speak or move. That one breath is you claiming your gap. That one breath is you practicing the pause. It's the difference between being a victim of your own circumstances and being a master of your own peace. A few affirmations now. If one or more of them feels like it fits, feel free to repeat them silently to yourself. And otherwise, just let the words settle like seeds in a garden. I am the master of the space between what happens and what I do. I have the power to pause before I proceed. My peace is not dependent on the chaos around me. I choose my words with kindness and my actions with intent. I am grounded, centered, and able to witness my emotions without being lost in them. And last, I trust my ability to respond rather than react. Let's run through those again, maybe a little bit quicker. I am the master of the space between what happens and what I do. I have the power to pause before I proceed. My peace is not dependent on the chaos around me. I choose my words with kindness and my actions with intent. I am grounded, centered, and able to witness my emotions without being lost in them. And last, I trust my ability to respond rather than react. We'll pause for just a few moments of quiet, just giving the mind a chance to integrate any insights that may have bubbled up today. And then we'll begin to work our way out of practice and back to our day. We're going to start making our way back now, but don't rush. That gap we found, you get to take that with you. It doesn't stay here in the chair. It lives inside you. Let's start by bringing a little bit of gentle movement back to the body, maybe wiggling your toes a little bit, maybe rolling your shoulders back once or twice. Let's get some of that porch energy into our muscles. Feel the air in the room on your skin. Listen to the sounds around you and beyond. As the sound of the bowl fades, when you feel ready and in your own time, go ahead and blink your eyes back open and let in the light. Thank you for practicing with me today. Do carry that gap with you out into the world today. Namaste.